Welcome to the Pelican Sports Corner. We got some breaking news. The Pelicans have fired Willie Green. We have some breaking news. The Pelicans have fired Willie Green. We're going to discuss what does that all mean now that James Borrego has taken over. What does it mean for the Pelicans going forward? We have a lot more of that on the Pelican Sports Corner.
No lights up, Pelicans fly high from the Crescent City. Watch us touch the sky. Zion in the paint, thunder when it ride. Voodoo with the splash, got that fire in his eye. Trey Murphy from deep, let it rain, let it pour. Herb and Jose locking down every floor. New blood coming, Fizz, Kiwi, Queen. Pelicans united, we chasing that dream. Big Z breaking rim, crowd going wild. Power in the lane, got defenders in denial. Hulu with the handles, crossing up the scene. Buckets from the arc, keep the scoreboard clean. Trade with the wingspan, shooting with the breeze. Catching alley oops, bring opponents to their knees. Herb John clamps, never giving up an inch. Jose with the steel, crowd jumping out the bench. Dollar lights up, Pelican fly high from the Crescent City.
We just gonna dive right in, man. It's gonna be a quick show, man. It's not gonna be a long show at all. It's not gonna be a long pod at all. We're gonna just discuss the transfer from Willie Green being fired to James Borrego. What does it mean for the team? Does James Borrego has a better chance at unlocking this team's potential? And we're gonna find that out right now. So let's just dive right in, man. Look, James Borrego has taken over for Willie Green. The Willie Green firing is not shocking. We all knew it was coming. We all seen the reports. We all knew that Willie Green wasn't doing a really good job. He was regressing when he should have been progressing. He was making some head scratching statements when in a press conferences, man, about lineups. He was doing a lot of things that signaled the coach that was on the chopping block. And that's okay. We all seen it coming. So this is not really news to us. We just wanted to know when. We still 10 to 12 games in, and I just feel like everybody's saying it was too soon. I think it was just at the right time. Joe Dumas checked the temperature of the team. He checked the temperature of the fans, and he fired them right when he was supposed to fire him. The problem with that is if we're being honest, I hear all these people talking about James Borrego going to bring this, he's going to bring that, he's going to bring this, and that's fine. You know, Willie Green did bring us to 2 playoff appearances, so I'm not going to sit up here and rain on a man like Willie Green was just terrible. He brought us some of the most exciting times we had in a long time with the Pelicans since Anthony Davis left. So I'm not going to sit up here and act like he was just a terrible coach. I just feel like he was more stubborn than anything. He wasn't learning from the things he should have been learning from, his mistakes. And I think that's why he got the chopping block. The problem with that is now you go to James Borrego and you expect him to do something different when his hands is dirty as well when it comes to this coaching staff. If anything, he should have been in Willie Green's ear, telling him he need to do this, he do that, not necessarily demanding, but being adamant about why these lineups are not working and then bring him the statistical data to back that up. Now, I'm not saying he didn't do that. So if he was doing that and Willie wasn't listening, then even more reason to fire Willie Green. The problem with it is, if they brought him to be an offensive assistant, your hands are dirty too. You're basically one of the reasons or key cogs in why this team is underperforming. So my thing is, where does it get better with James Borrego? And I got the statistical data to prove that. I'm going to show y'all on this quick podcast that James Borrego has never been outright dominant offensive team. No team that he's ever coached has been dominant offensively outside of the Orlando team. Now, that can be based on talent and all these other things. He probably didn't have a guy like Zion, Trey Murphy, Jeremiah Fears, Derek Queen. But at the same time, based on his statistical track record only, he has never had a team in the top 10. He has never had a team in the top 15. He is not even having a team in the top 20. And it's only 30 teams. So my question to the fans and my question to all the people calling for him, what has he shown you that gives you the confidence that he's going to turn this thing around in such a short period of time? But also, how is he going to put these players in a position to succeed if he didn't do that in Charlotte? I hate to be that guy, but the facts are the facts. Don't believe me? Check this. So the first year, James Borrego was 19th. The second year, he was last in offense. The third year, he was 23rd. First year 19th, second year he was 30 in an offense, and third year he was 23rd. So my mistake, he did crack the type 20, but by barely. He was 19th, 30th, and 23rd. He's damn near bottom half each one of his coaching years with the Charlotte Hornets. How does that transfer to a better coaching system or a better identity when it comes to the Pelicans on offense? I don't understand it. You're basically moving on from one guy to the same guy, minus the pacing. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe he has had his stint and he has learned from this situation, but numbers usually don't lie. He never really got better. It was a little meh the whole time. Never even got top 15 in offensive rating. That's not good. For all intents and purposes, they could be about to regress when it comes to offense. So being happy that Willie Green's fired doesn't mean you have a better guy in the building. What does it mean for the players? Well, we'll see. Can they be more relaxed? But it also could be one of them things where they potentially don't want to hear what he got to say too much because they know he's probably not going to be the head coach. So you got to be real careful what you call things that you want when it comes to these head coaching firings, because it can be a good thing, but it also could be a double-edged sword where you move into one guy and the other guy's worse. I'm not even going to give it to his defensive statistics, but I'm going to put him up for y'all for to see. He was just as worse in defense. So he hasn't been good in offense or defense, his teams. Like, I don't know. Where does he hang his hat on? Joe Dumars already said in the press conference that he wants this team to have an identity. Well, he never had an identity in Charlotte. Outside of pacing. Pacing is not an identity. It's a tempo. So, look, don't get mad at me. I hate the rain on you guys parade, but I just got to call the facts, and I got to be honest. I can't sit up here and tell y'all something and be excited about something. I'm just going to give you the facts. Don't be surprised if James Borrego is a little bit more the same or a little bit worse. So temper your expectations. I don't think the head coach of the New Orleans Pelicans is in the building. That's my honest opinion. Do I think the players are playing free? I don't know. I don't even think they're in the best positions to play. We keep talking about an identity. It's hard to have an identity when you don't even know what your players do best. That was Willie Green's problem. He don't know how to put his players in a position to do what they do best. I hear on a nightly basis, Jordan Hawkins is trash. Jordan Hawkins is this. Jordan Hawkins is that. But y'all not even putting him in a position to succeed. Y'all not even putting him in a position to do what he does best. Like, that's the problem with Willie Green. Sometimes you have to know your players in order to get them to perform well. Everybody is not a great defender. Everybody is not a great shooter. Everybody is not a shot blocker. Everybody can't hit mid-range shots. If you don't know what your guys do best, then why are they on your team? And this is what I come from. This is what I talk about when I come from Joe Dumars and Joe Dumars bringing in these players and Willie Green saying that foolish statement that he don't know. He's still trying to figure out his rotations 12 games. And that's what training camp for. Like, even if Devin Queen didn't perform in training camp, you have enough college tape out there to know what he thrives on and how to use him. I just think it's boneheaded not to understand your players. You know what Jordan Poole is when he came. You should know what DeJounte Murray is based off the tape. You should know what Zion Williamson is based off the tape. You should know these guys you see on a night-to-night basis, and there's tape out on these guys. You should know what these guys are. That's what great coaches do. They put their guys in a position to win. That's what the Oklahoma City Thunder did last year. There were certain guys that were brought into the game to do what they do best, whether that's rebounding, shot blocking, three-point scoring, spacing, cutting, slashing. You got to know your guys. If you don't know your guys, why are you coaching them? That's just an honest question. So, like I said, this is going to be a short pod, and I don't want to rain on your parade, but don't have your expectations high. For the rookies, Jeremiah Fears and Derek Queen, we're going to see them continue to grow. Hopefully we see Trey Murphy continue to grow. Hopefully we see Zion stay healthy. But other than that, I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to see what lineups he threw out tonight. We're going to see what lineups he threw out against the Golden State Warriors tonight. But I'm interested to see it just like you interested to see it. I really don't know where they're going to go this season. But like I said, the only thing we can really hang our hat on is that we got young talent. The problem with it is that how does the coach use this young talent, or does he even know how to use the young talent? That's my question. So without further ado, I'm not going to hold y'all, man. That's just my 2 cents based on the firing. It was time for Willie Green to go. But at the same time, don't expect James Borrego to be a hero. Don't expect him to be the savior, man. Maybe a good guy. He may be, maybe, I ain't even going to say a better. I don't even think he's a better coach than Willie Green. But hopefully whatever he brings, what his specialty is, and I don't even know what that is because he's statistically at the bottom of both defensive and offensive categories. If you pay attention and you look at his categories like I did this morning, it don't get better, man. It does not get better. So temper your expectations. Be out there looking for coaching candidates. Keep your eye open for some high-rising coaching candidates because the Pelicans going to need to do an extensive search on their coaching candidates. They have to nail this home run. Well, Joe Dumars have to nail this home run hire. And, man, I'm praying for him, man, because you got to find somebody who actually know X's and O's and who these players actually believe in. And there's a vision and there's a direction. And you also got to have the lineups right. So, as always, man, I appreciate the comments, man. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, man. I hope y'all having a good evening, man, a good Sunday. As always, man, thank y'all for watching the Pelican Sports Corner, and I'm out.